Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. I know this case is global. We got people following in New Zealand and all kinds of places. So I'm going to just wait for a couple people to join before I get started. This is something that I contemplated now for 2 weeks to talk about. And I'll explain why I'm talking about it now versus 2 weeks ago. I just think a lot of focus and frenzy has been focused on Don Wells. And I think we're missing a piece of the puzzle based on what I found out, which you can partially confirm on court records. It involves kids, so obviously a lot of it's sealed. Hey, Shell. I wonder if notifications went out. Well, I know it was last minute, too. I just put the event up 20 minutes ago. I'm going to take it off members only. If it gets disrespectful, I'll put it on members only, but I don't see any reason to. Right now. You guys share this out because I don't want to have to backtrack. It's crazy. Hi, Brunch Mom. Hello, Lovey. Hey, Amberty. Hey, BTS. Sorry I had you guys on members only. Welcome to chat. Hey, Roberta. It is crazy. I agree. Nuts. Hey, Hell House. Hell House Paranormal. That sounds scary. Hey, Jack. Hi from Michigan. We're at Michigan. Look, Sydney, Australia, the UK. Hey, Cherry Bomb. All of you guys, all of you just want summer brought home, right? We all have the same, look, San Francisco, we all have the same goal. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, GSD. Hey, Riley Rydell, how are you? So I guess while we're kind of waiting for people to join, which I know there's going to be a lot of chatter and people with their opinions. This Sarah is about, no, this is not about her brothers. Not at all. Not about her brothers. This is about her two older half siblings who are now 18 and 20, respectively. And, it's not with pride that I uncover and bring you guys this information that I found, but good, bad, and ugly. I mean, look at what's already been put out there. A lot of stuff that really shamed someone who I believe it's been proven he was at work. So I don't know. I mean, it may come out different. I've heard different theories that he made an appearance at work. This is what this FBI profiler guy on Krish, what's his name, McDonough's channel said, that Don could have went as a a cover. It was his alibi, showing up, and that's why he took the new car, because a drywaller normally wouldn't put drywall shit in a new car. Oh, so we just don't know. We're hearing all this stuff, but I can tell you right now, Candace. Okay, this is where it's so effing confusing. There's 3 generations of Candaces. There's Candace the grandma. There's Candace the mom, which is Summer's mom, right? Then there's Candace the daughter. The daughter, who people, uncovered that she was missing for a hot minute back in 2018. Okay. So the fact that she was missing back in 2018 was very strange, because we already have Rose, right? The sister of Candace, of Mom Candace. This is what we'll call them. Okay, just keep it straight. Grandma Candace, Mom Candace, Little Candace. Little Candace would be the daughter, okay? So we have Little Candace and her brother, who live in Wisconsin. Now, Little Candace went missing for a hot minute, just like, her other sister went missing. But this is her daughter. So she goes missing from a foster home. So it wasn't like a strange disappearance. It was a runaway, rebellious type situation. And I want to say that I did speak with Little Candace's foster mom. And that's where this information is coming from. Hey, Amy. That's where this is coming from. Little Candace's foster mom. Now, where do I begin? We've got the 3 generations of Candaces, okay? Now let's rewind. And let's go back to when Candace was 19 years old. Okay? Mom Candace. Mom Candace is 19. She has 2 babies. She's 19 and 21. And she has 2 babies with a 41-year-old man. No, she has a daughter and a son. So she has the son first. His name is Andrew, and he's named after his father. And all of this is public info. And I'm going to share with you. This foster mom gave me this. There's a statewide website in Wisconsin. You can look up anybody's criminal history in Wisconsin, and it pulls up every county on one website. So she told me about this website. I looked all this up for myself. Son is named after dad, who was 41. Candace was 19. Now, the reason why I say that is because I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, Mom Candace was 19 years old, and she's shacked up with a 41-year-old man. And no one in her life was saying, what are you doing with my daughter? No parent of hers was saying to this man, this grown-ass man, what are you doing with my daughter? I just think that sheds a ton of light just on Mom Candace's upbringing. Can we not agree there? Because I know anybody that I know that has a 19-year-old daughter and some 41-year-olds messing around with her, shit ain't flying. So I think that shows you the generation after generation after generation of dysfunction. Okay? And it's fucking sad. It really is. Do I know what the solution is? No. But what I found out is so sad. And fuck, man, I sat on this for 2 weeks because I'm like, it changed my mind on a lot of things. It made me rethink a lot of things. And I want to talk it all through. I want to explain why. I didn't rush to judgment when I heard these things. And that's why I'm talking through it, because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Mom, Candace, Summer's mom, was 19 and she was with a 41-year-old man. And it's just crazy. And I understand that sometimes kids that are legally adults do what they want. Petunia, I do understand that. However, Candace seems like she's pretty close with her mom, no? I mean, Candace is 39. Her mom is only in her 60s. She's still fairly young. I mean, I don't see a break in their relationship where, Candace is like bitter to her mom or anything like that. I don't know. I don't see it that way. But that's a good way you could see it. I just don't see it that way. So let me finish. Let me get it all out before you guys come to a conclusion, because I took 2 weeks to come to a conclusion. And I want to talk through my thoughts with you on this mess. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't want to hear about child abuse, leave the chat now. If you're triggered by that, leave the chat now. Because there's a reason I sat on this for 2 freaking weeks. And I felt bad for Don. Because I'm kind of thinking like he's in the dark about a lot of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. It was just the feeling I got, so I wanted to think about it. And now I'm seeing like Don, he's like becoming this superstar for this channel over there, and it's just like, no, that's not helping get Summer. That's helping them get views that they've been desperately wanting for a long time. Okay, so and Mom Candace might have been out of control. You're right. You're right. But something's wrong when a 19-year-old even wants to shack up with a 41-year-old man. I know my 19-year-old daughter would be like, gross. He's like a dad. I mean, this guy had other kids, other marriages. This Andrew that she never even married him. It wasn't her husband. It was just a baby daddy. And there was tons of domestic abuse. Tons. And this man, Andrew, continued his domestic violence even after not being with Candace anymore. This guy had a charge as late as December of last year. And he's in his 60s now. So, I mean, think about that. Candace's first baby daddy is in his 60s. He's the same age as her mother. Blit. I don't know who Don Buchanan is. I'm hearing all kinds of shit about this guy, but I have not seen him. So I don't know what he's done. I have no idea about Don Buchanan. So I don't want to say anything either way. So, okay, so let's now go to the children were born. Candace, Mom, and Andrew, his name is, have these 2 children. 2 years apart. They have Andrew, and then they have little Candace. Well, let's fast forward 6 months. Or I'm sorry, let's fast forward 2 years. Andrew's 2, and little Candace is 6 months. Now, this is the story that I received from the foster mother. You obviously cannot view these records because they involve minors. If you can now that they're older, I don't know how to do it. So by all means, if someone knows how to do that and you want to pull it up or whatever, fine. But at any rate, Andrew's 2. Little Candace is 6 months. And they're pulled from the home. They're taken from Candace and Andrew. And we're talking about Summer's mom, Candace. And the kids are taken for abuse. Little Candace was 6 months old. Andrew was a 2-year-old little baby boy. Andrew, the 2-year-old, was allegedly beaten so bad that he has brain damage. Yep. And the foster mom and I were searching to see if there was any criminal charges in this abuse case, and we couldn't find any. So, her and I were discussing it, and we're like, well, if Candace, didn't do anything and wasn't criminally charged, then why didn't she fight for her kids back? That was part of our discussion. So it was just kind of weird. I found her in a very random way. This woman didn't seek me out. This woman, she talked openly with me. I didn't press for her to come on live. I didn't see where it was necessary, being that she used to be a foster parent. I don't want to put her on the spot or anything like that. I was just curious kind of about, we started out just talking about the generations. I just said, can you talk me through this family? Because I found out she was little Candace's foster mom. I didn't know when. I didn't know when she was a baby. I had no idea. But I hit her up and she was a total open book. It was crazy. Because when I hit her up, she had heard about Summer being missing, but she hadn't paid a close attention to it. So she wasn't aware that was Mom Candace's daughter in another state until I hit her up. And then she put 2 and 2 together and she was like, holy crap. So they're taken from the home and they were adopted out very quickly. We don't know, Krista. We don't know who did that. Okay, we don't know who did that. And I don't know what she was on, if she was under, whatever. Yes, people can change, but let me finish my story before you guys jump to conclusions, because I'm a fair person. I want you to hear me out. So they get adopted out right away. Pretty much right away. They're babies. Well, then later, and I don't know how many years later, they're then removed. They're removed from their adoptive home for the same reason. Oh, these 2 kids in Wisconsin, that's their life from the beginning of their birth. Horrible. Yes, they did, Regina. Candace. There's 3 generations. Okay, so they're removed from the adoptive home. Now, Andrew lives in facilities. He's been in and out of facilities his whole life because he can't function normally, socially. He has problems socially, outbursts, things like that he can't hold down a job. He can't, he just can't be a regular adult. He has to have someone looking out for him. And I don't know to what extent. I just know that he's lived in facilities. No, Monica, they're not missing. So Candace, since Andrew is in facilities needing more care, they're separated, and Candace goes on to a foster home, right? So she's tossed around to a couple different foster homes. She's in and out of drug treatment for marijuana. I mean, she's just your typical rebellious teenager who's been fucking abused since she was 6 months old. And we're over here focusing on Don Wells. Are you fucking kidding me? This just blows my mind, you guys. It blows my freaking mind. No, these are not Don's kids. Okay? So, my foster mom that I talked to comes into play when little Candace is 16. She's grown. She's gone through all of this shit. And she's 16 years old. Now, this is firsthand accounts from the woman that I talked to, who was little Candace's foster mom. And she said, we got the best of little Candace. We got the best of her. She had just gotten out of treatment for marijuana. She was fresh. She was feeling good. She was getting a fresh start in a new home. And at that age, little Candace wanted answers from her mom. She wanted answers from her mom. So she talked to her foster mom about contacting her mom to get those answers. And they talked through it, and they decided to call Candace, to let her call Candace and talk to her. Now, if Candace wants to dispute this, by all means, this is what the foster mom told me. Foster mom didn't hit me up. I don't feel like she had any reason to make this up whatsoever, but that's my opinion. So they call Candace. I'm sorry. Candace's daughter calls Candace. I'm not sure what the exact words were, but she says, what happened? I just want to know what happened. And drugs or not, mind you, this girl was 16. She's 18 now. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. She already had 4 more kids by Don at this point. 2 years ago. 16-year-old daughter hits her up 2.5 years ago. I want answers. She's basically told to never call again and to F off. I don't know if those were exact words, but that was what came across to the young girl. That's where it changed for me. Well, Kathy, they have her contact info. She's still their biological mother. This is a foster mom. They can get a hold of the biological. Plus, she had an order. She was supposed to be supporting them. There's a lot. There's a lot to it. I mean, I'll show you the website. I'm going to show you guys so you can look it up yourselves. Whew. Chelsea, do you know? She hit her up on Facebook. That's not what was said. Do you know them or something? If you do, I mean, by all means, I would love to hear another side to this. I'm telling you what the foster mom told me. Okay, Chelsea, I would love to hear your side. Or send it to me. Send me the convo. jisforjustice@gmail.com. And I did not hear that it was Facebook. I don't know. She did not specify. But what I was told was that she was told not to contact her anymore. So let me continue. I'm reporting to you what I was given when I asked this person questions. Leave here with whatever you take away from it yourself. but this is what we do. And I know the police have already pulled all of Candace's shit from Wisconsin, because you can see in the case search in the website, you can see that it was pulled on the 16th of June, or whatever day Summer went missing. Wasn't it the 16th or 17th? Whatever day it was, their shit was being pulled. So investigators all know Candace's history. They're not blind to it. This isn't anything new to them. This isn't going to hurt their investigation. They know all this. They know everything. Everything. I mean, it really doesn't make a difference if it was right. It doesn't make a difference how she contacted her. The bottom line is, to me, if she wasn't willing to make things right with that baby girl who has been abused, tossed from home to home, separated from her biological brother, who's not even 100% okay. She can't even have a normal relationship with her bio brother. I mean, to not make things right 2 years ago, you have 4 more children. What? It just says a lot to me. That was crazy to me. Okay, maybe, if you want to think the foster mom is lying, by all means. But, there's other things that back all of this up. Not just coming out of the blue with this, okay? So you guys can look this up for yourselves. I mean, I'm just curious what you guys think. I mean, I understand 20 years ago, she was on drugs. She wasn't in her right mind. She was being abused. She was young, blah, 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 blah. But 2 years ago, what's the excuse? That's what I'm saying. And you know what? Even if little Candace didn't hit her up, dude, her kid's sitting there in a freaking facility. And the other ones, in a foster home. Where's Candace, living in the hills with Don and her 4 kids? What? Where on any planet is that even okay? So judge me for just reporting the obvious. But I'm telling you, nothing about that is okay. It just isn't. If you're given a second chance to make things right with your own children, and you skip that opportunity, what is that? Why? What would be your reason for ever skipping an opportunity to be a part of your own flesh and blood's life? I don't know. In my opinion, Mom Candace should have been hitting up little Candace a long time ago. Not vice versa. So you know what? I really don't give a shit how she reached out. The end outcome is really what's damaging here. And what's damaging to this little Candace, right? She wanted, and that's what the foster mom said. She just wanted answers. She was a baby. She just wanted to know what happened. So you guys can go to this website. It is how do I pull it up here? How do I show you guys all of that? Oh, there we go. See that? See this? There's your website, folks. Okay. And if you go and you just do this simple search of Candace Bly or whatever, you'll see all these records. And of course, like any other rabbit hole, one thing leads to another. Right? Because here we have Andrew Simon and Candace. I mean, all of this is public record, y'all. This is the baby daddy, Andrew Simon. And then you've got, all this shit. This is grandma. This is grandma's husband, Kenneth. Then you see here in 2003 that Candace Rose was taken to court in the support or maintenance of AAS and CES. Andrew and Candace. Still think foster mom's lying? I mean, you're going to believe someone whose kids were taken away as babies because of abuse, and they're grown, and she still doesn't have a relationship and didn't make things right. And now her daughter is missing, and she was the last one to see her. She was the last one to see her. Why are we focusing on freaking Don Wells? Why are we getting Don Wells cleaned up in button-ups on Zoom or StreamYards when Candace was the last one to see this baby? Then I hear this shit, and I'm like, oh my God, what do you do with this? What do you do with it? So anyways, you don't have to know what county they're in or anything like that. This website, put the name in, searches the whole damn state. So you're welcome. Have fun with that site. You guys can look all that up. I'm just saying, I don't think it's probable that the foster mom is lying. I'm not saying Candace was the one abusing her kids. I didn't say that at all. I said, I don't know who did it. I don't know who abused those two babies. All I know is they were removed from the home. I said there was no criminal charges. We couldn't find any criminal charges, should I say, for the abuse of those children. But what we do know is that she doesn't have a relationship with those two children. Why? Why? I mean, damn it. If anything, what is going on in our country that we have children that are being treated like this? I just am disgusted. And I know abuse goes on every day. I get it. But here we are. We have this missing girl that we've all been focusing on for 2 months on this platform. And now her dad, who was once this drywaller, who was just this regular guy that he was being himself, now he's in button-ups on YouTube nightly. And just for the record, I just want everybody to know that I didn't record him without his permission. When I heard him say that on that channel, I called Don. I called him. I didn't need to go live and go, I called him and I said, dude, why'd you say that? And he was like, I'm sorry. I get, so many people hitting us up. Whatever. I didn't demand a public apology. I'm not going to put that on that guy. But I will tell you, I did not record him without permission. Everything that I released was in his favor, for Christ's sake. Naughty, naughty. Screw you. Seriously. I just think this is part of their history. We're going to sit there and dissect what Don did when he was 8 years old, for fuck's sake. But we're not going to talk about the fact that Candace's 2 other children were abused and tossed from home to home, and one has brain damage, and she has nothing to do with them. We're not going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about what Don did when he was 8. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And I'm being accused of making money off this? No, being accused of making money off this would be having Don in his little button up clicking a link on StreamYard every night. That's called exploiting someone. That's what that is. This is called digging for info and coming back and telling your audience who's also following the same case that same info so that they can come to their own conclusion. I also didn't pay Don for his interview. Voices behind the walls. I also didn't promise Don a defense attorney if he were to be arrested for Summer's disappearance. Are you fucking kidding me? I told Don, I said, are you fucking kidding me? These people have a GoFundMe on their channel for their own wedding. You think they're going to supply you with a defense attorney? The way these people take advantage of people is disgusting. And then she's going to sit there and bring me into it. No. Just no, lady. No. You think I don't have more than what I played with Don Wells? You think I don't have more? I clipped what we talked about to dispel any rumors. That was it. So you know what? Keep sending Don money, promising him a defense attorney. What a joke. What a joke. If y'all think it's important what Don did to his sister when he was 8, then you most certainly should think this is important. I don't even know. I have no idea who Cher. I don't even know. I don't know if that's her name. Whose name's Cher? There's like one Cher, and she's like a freaking movie, like a star. Your name isn't Cher. And I'm not saying one's better than the other, Jules. Don't get me wrong. But for fuck's sake, how long have we been hearing about Don and his damn past? And here we've got these 2 children who are without any biological parents. I mean, come on. Come on. Mm-mm. They're going to supply him a defense lawyer. Come on. Oh, Kendra, I'm above what? Above what? Defending myself against false accusations? I seriously, all I'm doing is trying to find information on this case. But making promises like that to a man that you certainly cannot produce is not responsible. It's not reporting. It's not any kind of journalism. It's bottom feeding. It's bottom feeding. They don't have money for a defense lawyer. Are you kidding me? Like I said, look at the description of their video. They're asking their subscribers to fund their wedding, but they're gonna hire a defense attorney. You just can't do that kind of shit to people. So that makes Don feel all comfortable. All comfortable. He's all comfy. These people got my back. Even if I get arrested, they got my back. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. You don't put that kind of false hope into people. Oh, and I'm sure they'll go live talking about it tonight. But you know what? The truth is the truth. I mean, use your common sense. Chris Watts' parents couldn't even afford a defense attorney for him. And these people are telling Don, we got your back. we'll give you an attorney right away if you get arrested for this. Because we're voices behind the wall. I mean, come on. I don't care. I don't even know who these people are. Don't use last names. Don't dox people. Well, I mean, I think obviously he's a little worried, wouldn't you say? Flower S. I mean, if I was being treated like him, I would totally be thinking about a lawyer. Oh no. I'm sure that makes him feel comfortable, right? From one criminal to another, that makes him feel comfortable. We got your back. If you need a lawyer, we got you. They know what makes a criminal feel comfortable. Don't they? Aren't they like didn't they out themselves as like reborn again ex-criminal drug users? Now they're like honest Abes. I don't know. So anyway, what's a RSO? I don't know what that means. So anyway, I just want to say that, like, if we're gonna focus on Don, why aren't we looking at also the one who was the last to see Summer, as far as we know? And it does matter. It does matter where her other children are when one of her children are missing. Oh, register. Oh, yuck. Blit. Oh, birds of a feather. I just wanted to get that out because the only reason I brought them up is because I'm not going to be accused of recording Donald without his permission by them. Especially someone, and who takes someone seriously. You go back 10 months, they have a video on their channel that says J is for jackass. I mean, this is like someone you can take serious. I don't know. Oh, love you too, Flower. Thank you. Listen, I'm not downplaying Don's history, but I'm saying it all matters. It all matters. I'm not saying it's okay, but if Don was touching another kid at 8 years old, he was also a kid. He was a victim of, obviously, it happened to him. So there you go. You got the generational shit on his side. You got the generational shit on her side. You put those two together, what kind of chance does any child have? Honestly. What a mess. Okay, even if he was 12, I don't give a shit if he was 12. 12-year-olds are not naturally sexually attracted to their sisters. Okay? 12-year-olds are not naturally sexually attracted to their 5 or 7-year-old sister. That tells me that Don was a victim of abuse as well. I mean, it's common sense, right? 12-year-olds don't normally molest. He had to have learned that behavior somewhere. So why are we wanting Don arrested for something he did when he was fucking 12? Jesus Christ, I just can't. You know who should have been arrested in that case? Whoever was in Don and this girl's custody. The adults in that household are the ones that should be fucking arrested for what went on with Don and his sister. And excuse my language in the middle of the day. But it pisses me off. Where is the accountability for the adults in that situation? He kept doing it because he didn't know right from freaking wrong, obviously. I mean, shit. If you're 12 touching your 5-year-old sister, something went wrong in your childhood. Right? So when you're 19, you're fucked up from what went on when you were a child. So where were the parents in his life? Why are we not going after them for what was going on in their home to their 5-year-old daughter? Jesus, man. Yes, a 19-year-old is a grown man, but what I'm saying is at 19, he was doing shit from when he was probably a little boy. I'm not saying it's okay, but look at the big picture. I mean, we're sitting here calling for him to be arrested. What about the ones that were responsible for those children? They could have stopped it. But I have a feeling they were the ones that did it to Don, which in turn he did it to his little sister. It all makes me sick. It's all disgusting. But damn it, where in the hell were the parents when this little 5-year-old girl was getting touched every night? The fuck? What? Come on. Well, then Don Sr. should be held responsible. Because Don Jr. was a victim of whomever. Sick. And I'll tell you what, if it comes out that it carried on in their family, it's going to be even sicker. Oh, I don't know, man. And I may be coming across as defending Don. I'm not defending Don. I'm looking at the big picture. 12-year-old boys don't normally molest 5-year-old girls, okay? It's not normal. It's not something that pops in their head. It's a behavior that's taught. Whatever he was doing, whether he was showing himself, whatever he was doing, he learned that. Kids don't fucking know how to do that at 12 years old. I'm not talking about when he was an adult, you people. I'm talking about when he was 12. When it started. When it supposedly started at 12. Of course he carried it on. I'm not defending that. So let's take all of this into consideration, right? We're not just going to take Don and his past into consideration. We're going to take it all. It's just sad. Yeah. See, I don't like that either, that she slept with them. Just knowing the history and this generational shit, it carries down generation to generation to generation. And I'm not saying all of them abuse other kids. I'm saying if a 12-year-old is abusing a 5-year-old, most likely that is learned behavior in some way, shape, or form. Thank you, Ageless Beauty. And now we have 5-year-old Summer, who hasn't been seen in 2 months. Okay, let's go back now to what brought us here in the first place. Yeah, his dad, of course, Fiona. His dad was probably abused, and I mean, this carries on from generation to generation. And when does it stop? When does this cycle stop? You know, there's tons more Dons and Candaces out there. And there's tons more kids and families who have gone through this generation after generation of abuse. And these children being exploited. I mean, yeah, Candace might have been an out of control teenager at 19 when she got with this 41-year-old. But 41? I feel like an out of control teen would be like with a 25-year-old. That's rebellious in my book. 41, that's dad material. And for those of you that think I'm making excuses, I'm not making excuses. These are not called excuses. This is called a discussion. Because if you don't talk things through, it's really hard to come to a fair conclusion. Because you can talk things through and like have 50 different feelings on the same thing. And then talking through and like reading other people's opinions and putting it all together, you can form a more educated opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the man that she was with at 19 was her mom's age. Miss Justice, at this point, I don't really see any reason. I told him he is more than welcome to reach out. I told him that I warned him, basically. And I just said, you know, I want your daughter found. That's what I want done. I want your daughter found. Which brings me to another story that I want to share with you guys. So I was hit up on my business page with some information about Dudley, which is, I guess, this guy that Don fired the day before Summer went missing. He fired this Dudley character. I don't know much about Dudley. All I know is I received some information on my business page with a court document attached to it. And this person had done some sleuthing and found that Dudley was, quote, kinfolk with someone. They have the same last name. They're friends on Facebook. She didn't know their exact relation, whether it was like, you know, sibling or father. I don't know. But it's like a relative with the same last name as Dudley, right? So then this Dudley, his family member was involved in a drug trafficking case, which resulted in a kidnapping. So I get this court doc on my business page. And I'm just speaking truth here. I'm just telling you how it went down, so you guys can form your own opinions. I texted Don and I said, hey, this person sent me this info on this Dudley guy that you fired. I don't know anything about this Dudley. Don't even know. I have no idea. All I know is that he fired him. I said, they sent me this info, this court document on this Dudley. Can I get your email so I can send this doc to you? "14 hours later," he replied. That bothered me. That bothered me. And when he replied, he said, "Is it anything bad?" Question mark. And I replied and I said, I explained, it's a drug trafficking case with a kidnapping charge. And I don't know the ins and outs of it. All you can read is like the court docket. So I told him what happened. Crickets. That bothers me. So I am torn here. Why would you not give me the email to send you this doc? 13 hours late. I don't know. I don't like it. I've been more than fair. I've been more than fair. I am not here to put him down. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, I could pull up the text. I don't feel the need to show text. Yes, it's been sent to the TBI. It was sent to the TBI before I even received it. But, you know, people are afraid to send shit to the TBI because the TBI is like, you know, social media, da da da, don't give us tips. It's like, what do you do? Because these people are like, well, I don't know if I should send this to them. Because, you know, they're saying they don't want shit from social media. And I'm like, dude, send it. Because at least you can say that you sent it, right? Then you don't have any regrets. Just send it. Main gal, don't bother. But I told him, look, prior to that, you have my number. If you need anything or you want to reach out, you're more than welcome. But I won't be contacting him anymore. I just don't think there's any reason. I don't think he should be talking to anyone anymore. I really think the more he talks, the worse he looks. And I never twisted anything he said. Nothing. I absolutely did not. And I'm sure the TBI knows, but you know what? If someone comes to me with some kind of information, I don't feel comfortable just saying, oh yeah, don't send that. Like, if you feel it's important, send it. If they don't think it's important, that's fine. That's on them. No, 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 no. Scared to give me an email address? Why? Why would he, Jason? Wait. No, 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 no. Don't delete those things. No, no, no. Okay, so Jason said he was probably scared to give it to you with good reason. Now you're saying shit just because he took a while to answer you back with his email. What? A while? No, no, no. Don't hide that. No, no, no. This is discussion. He took a while? Dude, his child has been missing for 2 months. 13 hours. And it wasn't like overnight. I texted him at like 2 in the afternoon. But maybe he was too busy putting, you know, getting cleaned up for the show. I don't know. It bothers me. That's just not the behavior of someone who wants to know fucking everything. I'm not giving him a rumor. I'm giving him a court document from a family member of a man he fired the day before his daughter went missing, that he said was sus to begin with. Don said Dudley was sus, right? Now we have some information on a family member's criminal history, and he doesn't want it? He's scared to get it? What? I can't. New phones and all this crap. What is going on? Why would you have new phone numbers when your kid's missing? Can someone explain that? I have the right number because he replied and said, "Is it anything bad?" You call BS on what, Shannon? That's fine, PS. I don't know why comments are getting deleted. I'm not able to scroll through each and every one, but I trust my moderators. So, if you'd like, I could turn it to members only, and we can really have a well-rounded, focused discussion. Because when I don't have it on members only with this case, it's just a bunch of bullshit and disrailed discussion, and I hate it. Oh, last night? Okay, well, this wasn't last night. I don't click the live button every time something happens immediately. This is prior. This is days ago. He still hasn't asked. I'm just bringing you what I found out, and we all get in these rabbit holes, and that was the rabbit hole I got in that day when the whole information came out about Candace Floden, the other daughter. That was when I started digging, and that was when I found the foster mother, and she was so sweet. And she was so sweet regarding little Candace. And she keeps in contact with her. And she let her know, because she did not know that Summer was Mom Candace's daughter when she saw that this kid was missing in Tennessee. Until I contacted her, and she was like, holy crap. I didn't realize that was Candace's daughter that was missing. She's like, fill me in, what's going on? And I said, well, I wanted to get some background on Candace because she's not saying much. She's not saying much. Her husband is, but she's not. So that was my reason for reaching out. Was when the Candace Floden thing came to light, and I was like, who is this and what's going on? I have no idea about Allie or Jose. I would love to know more about Jose. But Jason, come on. I mean, people have his home address, and he's going to be afraid to give me his email? Yeah, I'm not buying it. Not buying it. It doesn't even make sense. Well, honest rage, I don't want to put it on members only. I just want people to be respectful. That's all. But anyways, back to Summer. Summer's still missing. No, the foster mother did not abuse Candace. No, she didn't. The foster mother got Candace when she was 16 years old. The one I talked to. Candace had several foster mothers. I talked to the foster mother who had Candace when she was 16. If you have a cell phone, you have an email. And I have an iPhone, and when I text him, it's green. So when I try to send files that way, it never works. So that's why I asked for his email. And if these people have an official website, why wouldn't they have an email that they can give me to send the damn document? Oh, all I was saying, Jay, is the case has been screwed up. Yeah, I know. I know. I just didn't know if there was something specific. Whew. I'm sweating. I don't know if he knows how to use it. He knows how to get on StreamYard. You have to have an email for that. So I'm not buying the stupidity thing. If Don can hang drywall, he can work email. Karen Glenn, how long does Don normally take to reply to you? Um, it depends. It depends what it's about. I mean, he replied and asked if it was anything bad. I replied back right away, and then it was crickets. Because he texted me back at like 9 in the morning. Yes, of course, law enforcement has already looked at all the Wisconsin stuff. You can look and see when Candace's shit was pulled. It was pulled the day after Summer went missing. They have it all. Oh, I'm sure, Crazy Crime Chick. I'm sure it'll all be tonight. Yes, yes. No, he never. No, and I originally asked for the email. Wait, I'll read it to you. I'll read you how I put it. Hold on, I gotta scroll down because it's been a minute. We're talking last Thursday. What is today? Wednesday? It's almost a week ago, y'all. Okay. Wednesday, August 11th, 2:46 p.m. Hey, Don, I was sent some info on the guy you fired. Do you have email I can send to? Then I put criminal stuff. He puts at Thursday, the next day. Oh, sorry, it was more than 13 hours. So I texted him Wednesday, August 11th at 2:46. He hit me back Thursday at 8:09 a.m. Is it anything serious? Thursday, 10:05 a.m. So I had him back 2 hours later. So I say, so it looks like a family member of his was convicted of a drug trafficking charge, and that drug trafficking charge included a kidnapping. Someone sent me the court documents and showing that he's friends with this person on Facebook. I will forward you all the documents. Crickets. Crickets. No matter what YouTuber he's talking to, why would you not want that? That's all I'm saying. Just telling you what's going on in my world. I'm not making shit up. I'm not embellishing. I'm just telling you what's going on. Too Much Mom said if Chris had never gotten involved, this wouldn't have gone sideways and maybe Summer would have been found by now. Do you think that? Do you guys think that? Do you really think that Chris McDonough derailed this thing? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I don't think that's the case. You know, it's just crazy. I don't think this is Chris's fault. He uncovered a lot of stuff, didn't he? What would Don do with the information if TBI already has it? I don't know. Like, wouldn't you want it? Wouldn't you want it in your possession? If if your child was missing, wouldn't you want? I mean, if you'd been having contact with this person and they said, "Oh my God, I got sent something." Yes, it's been sent to the TBI. Wouldn't you want it? I mean, this is someone you employed. I would damn sure want to see this. It's not a stranger. This isn't a stranger. This is someone he employed, their family. I don't know if Chris helped. I'm not saying that, but I don't think, I don't know. I don't know how it went sideways because of him. I don't know. I have my own thoughts on that entire situation, and people just wanting a spotlight when they didn't get a spotlight in their original career type thing. Went too far, I think, a little bit. Josie Joe, I would want to research the shit out of any info. Absolutely. I mean, it was literally something that kind of fell in my lap because when the Candace Floden thing came out, I was like, oh my gosh, she has another daughter. And then when I searched her, I found her foster mom. Shannon, he doesn't seem scared to talk to any YouTubers. He's putting on his button-ups and clicking that link. He really is. Doesn't seem scared to me. I've never seen fear. Never seen fear when he's talking to YouTubers. Chris didn't make him talk. Yeah, I just don't think that they thought everything was going to be put out there. And I guess the only blurred line, I think, comes when ex-law enforcement start YouTube channels, is there's like a blurred line there when speaking to people, because are you coming across as ex-law enforcement or are you coming across as a YouTuber? Because when you're both, it's difficult to have boundaries. And I think the law enforcement, their training and everything, I think it's natural for them to go that route. And I think when they have a channel and they're a YouTuber as well, I think that's where we think there's blurred lines. Maybe, Nick. Maybe he did. But I'd like to know what that was, because I've never put anything out there negative about Don. So explain that to me. I mean, if you can give me an exact thing that I've said or done that would make Don shy away from me, by all means, tell me. Tell me. Yeah, Shannon, he is. I don't even know who sent me it. It's somebody who listens to me. I don't know who they are. I get all kinds of stuff randomly. Yes, Shannon, he has. A lot. Right, exactly, Cheryl. But if you don't like what YouTubers are doing by following cases, why are you watching it? Obviously, there's some kind of excitement to it for you if you're tuning in, because a lot of people are tuning in to Chris. Hi, Lisa. Sally, why didn't Chris offer to get them cleaned up? I mean, is it his responsibility to clean them up? I mean, they can't perform miracles, but I think you have to remember that the way the Wells live is not like out of the ordinary for their area. It's not like everybody lives in these multi-million-dollar brick mansions and they're in this house that's half done. You know what I'm saying? I know he says he wants to help. I see, that's what I don't understand. I don't know. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Lisa 1111. I mean, I don't want to call names. I just want to talk about everything that we know. I really don't want to sit here and go, they're losers, they're scum. Like, that's not fair. Like, we don't have to resort to that. We can talk about the facts without, resorting to those kinds of put downs. It's just not necessary. Grandis. Does Grandis have any? No. None of. Oh, I do have a little. Oh, here's a little tidbit. Hold on. Let me go get some more coffee. Thank you. Who was that? Oh, thanks, Boysenberry. I'm gonna pin that because I want people to keep that in mind. The relationships between Grandis and little Candace. I will be right back. Let me get a little bit more coffee because I'm parched. Okay, guys. I know it's 1 p.m. and I'm still drinking coffee. I actually slept in today for once. Okay, so when the foster mom that I spoke to had little Candace at 16, little Candace worked in the donut shop, the bakery in their town. She worked at the counter. And Grandis went in there. Sneak attack. I'm your grandmother. While this girl's at work. She would come in there all the time, and it made little Candace uncomfortable. Oh, Amy P is not talking about Candace drinking box wine. That's an inside joke. We're not talking about Candace drinking. I don't know if Candace drinks still. I have no idea. But yeah, she was a little creeped out by Grandis coming in there like, I'm your grandma. And apparently little Candace was like, I don't even know you people. People can change, you're right. But Sally, I don't know what you're talking about specifically. If you're talking about this stuff in Wisconsin, we're talking, yeah, that stuff happened 20 years ago or 18 years ago or whatever. But we're talking about something when she was 16. When little Candace was 16, she reached out to her mom. Chris hasn't passed judgment on other YouTubers. I haven't passed judgment on him either. I'm just analyzing what I see. There's YouTubers who have law enforcement background and there's YouTubers that don't. And the ones that do, their channels are looked at differently. And if you think that that's untrue, yeah, Kay Fanning, I can see you. Then whatever. I mean, if you guys are fighting with someone in chat, block each other. My mods shouldn't have to block everyone. If two people can't get along, if you don't want to see what they're saying, block them yourself. As chatters, you can block others so you don't see their comments. I'm not agitated about it. And I'm not hating, I'm not threatening, I'm not hating or doing any of those things. Evlaw. What I'm saying is he hit me back. Is it anything bad? I would be thinking after that question, I would be waiting with bated breath to hear if it was something bad or if it was just something minor. That's just me. And like the foster mom said, why didn't she fight to get her kids back? I don't understand. She went on to have 4 more, like that lady said. She went on to have 4 more children? Are you kidding me? This woman couldn't believe it. Could not believe after the horrific stories about Candace and Andrew that this woman went on to have 4 more. She was just floored. I mean, you guys can do your own research on all these people. Research, type in Chris McDonough. Do your own research on his credentials and what he did in his career. Look past the channel. Sally, I love how fair you are. I really do. But when you have a boy who was beaten with what I was told, allegedly, this 2-year-old was beaten with a baseball bat, is what I was told. Severe head injury. We don't know by who. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. Me and the foster mom were trying to find a criminal charge. No, Don was not in the picture. Don is not their dad. This was in Wisconsin. It's horrible. Sick. Chelsea, they were taken. Little Candace was taken at 6 months. Andrew, the boy, was taken at 2 years. The boy suffered major head injuries from a baseball bat, and they were both abused. Okay. Then they were adopted out quickly after that and taken from their adopted parents for abuse as well. And then poor little Candace was put into a foster home. And then another foster home. And then she was in drug treatment for marijuana. And then when she got out of drug treatment at 16, she went to a new foster home. And that's the mom I talked to, was the foster mom. This foster mom lost her daughter to suicide. She can't imagine why Candace would not want to make good with her kid as an adult and give her answers. I don't know what transpired that day. I mean, we're talking 20 years ago. Candace's first son was abused. Exactly, Coat. So I'm not going to keep repeating it. I don't know, Drew. I don't know. My God, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, drownings and... Thank you, Lee. I like my dreads too. I really do. I'm like attached to them in a weird way. I don't know. I just think Chris took down what photo? What are you talking about? But still, like those kids were taken from Candace. They weren't given to her grandma. They weren't given to grandma. They're buying earbuds and birthstone rings. What? Yeah, it's not. It's not responsible at all. But okay. I don't know. I mean, we don't know, Shelley. That's the question of the day. And I actually told Don about this information, not specifically, but I said there is some information out there about Candace's other children, and I'd like to ask her about that directly. Crickets. They don't owe me an explanation. I was just throwing it out there. Because as I said, I have not done that man wrong throughout this whole thing. Did you by chance find any validation to CY's was coming the day of Summer's disappearance? Oh, what? Oh, CPS? I don't know anything about that. I don't know if CPS was involved or not. I don't know. What boy being taken, Amy P? Her boy was taken 20 years ago. I didn't ask Candace to do an interview. I didn't ask Don to have Candace do an interview. I asked if she'd talk to me. I know, Kaufman. They won't. I didn't ask her to do an interview. That's not what I was asking. I was asking to talk to her about this stuff. That's all. Because what I've been doing with Don is talking to him about all this stuff. And that was why I would come out with an update. Hey, this is what's being talked about. Hey, this is Don's response to that, or this is Don's explanation to that, or whatnot. I was doing the same thing with the information that I uncovered about Candace's other children. And I think it's fair to give her an opportunity to speak to me about something that I found that has to do with her other children. I didn't ask them to come on live and talk about it. I just asked to have a conversation about it. And no, she doesn't have to have a conversation about it. But I did offer that up, is all I'm saying. I don't get this information and click live immediately. I don't do that, ever. Ever. I'm not a go live spontaneous with any rumor that I get. I don't do that. I think about shit. I mean, shit, I waited a week to even talk about this info about Dudley's family or whatever. Candace didn't have a choice. Her kids were taken and they were adopted out. Anna, we talked about that. She ran away from a foster home. She didn't go missing. She ran away twice from foster home. It's very, very common. And it had nothing to do with anything sinister. Oh, yeah. She's definitely told him not to trust me. I already know that for a fact. That's already been confirmed that these YouTubers told him not to trust me. She said it live. I mean, his daughter's missing and they're supposedly having him on for an interview to talk about his missing daughter. And she's asking him about J is for Justice. Are you kidding me? Bye, Tracy Bowerman. Have a great day. There's a lot of names been mentioned. There's a lot of names been mentioned. I don't know anything about Dudley. All I know is that I received that, and I just wanted to pass it on to him. Because I don't know his relationship with this Dudley. I don't know if he knows Dudley's family. I don't know anything about his connection with this Dudley. I was just trying to do the right thing. Damn. I think he's not hitting me back because these people have promised him the world and to protect him if he gets accused of doing something with Summer's disappearance. And he's aligning with them because they're promising him protection. They're promising him a lawyer. Yeah. Oh, the baby daddy info on that site. Here, I'll show you guys that site again. You guys can do your own research. I know you love doing it. Here's your site, the Wisconsin Circuit Court Access. It is wcca.wicourts.gov. Now, you want to see what you can find out, you can find out anything. So go to search. And if you put, let's just put Bly. Right? This is how you get in a rabbit hole. You see Candace's first baby daddy here, who is Andrew. Right, so then if you see Andrew Simon, and you go back, and you do another search, and you go Simon. Now this is the baby daddy of the two older kids. And it's all public. And here we go. Here is Andrew Simon. And it just goes on and on and on. So we go back to 1983. His first divorce. I mean, you just click through these. View case details. I don't know. I mean, there's tons of shit here. Most of it that I saw was domestic on this dude. But it's all out there for you guys to see. Disorderly conduct. I mean, he's got all kinds of stuff. I don't even know if I'm not clicking on the right ones because I saw a lot of domestics. But at any rate, you can look this up yourself. It's all out there. It's just disheartening, man. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's one of the pretty ones. This is from 2018. Strangulation and suffocation, battery, domestic abuse, disorderly conduct. I mean, this is just one of many. And he gets 1 year probation. And then that was Dolly Simon. That's against Dolly Simon, which must have been another wife. Crazy, crazy drama, crazy lives, craziness. But yeah, I mean, feel free, read up on all these people that are involved with the players in this case. It's pretty crazy. Here's a restraining order. What's this? Mr. Andrew Simon does not object to injunction. Judge gives instruction to Mr. Simon regarding no contact. Mr. Simon requests his personal property and Mrs. Simon to pack it up. I mean, pets and guns are to stay with Mrs. Simon. Injunction granted for 4 years. Domestic abuse, harassment. I mean, this dude, I don't know. So if you think about it, Candace is 39. This dude filed for divorce. There was a divorce in 1983. What year was Candace born? '82. A year before she was 1 when he divorced his first wife. That's disgusting. All right, let me go back to chat. You guys, again, you can look all of this up yourself. It's a pretty crazy website that I think every state should have this. Every county is consolidated into one. So let me see what you guys are saying. I just like to give you guys the resource. You guys can look this up and get in your own rabbit hole or whatever you need to do, but I'm not saying 10 years apart is a big deal, but 19 and 41, having 2 babies. Rachel, hit it. What are you doing to find summer, Rachel? What are you doing to find summer? Here telling me how I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? This has to do with the history of the last person to see a 5-year-old alive before she went missing. So yeah, Rachel, I think it's very pertinent. And if it wasn't, I don't think that law enforcement would have requested all these records the day after Summer went missing. Do you? So Rachel, what are you doing? Anyways, well, you guys, I think we've talked about this long enough. Like I said, I sat on this for 2 weeks thinking about it. Reached out to Don. All this stuff. And this is what I do, you guys. I report to you what I find. This is why I have a channel. This is why I'm True Crime Channel. So if you don't like hearing things that are, dug out of the woodwork that go along with a case, don't tune in. But I think we all like to follow true crime. We all, obviously, it should go without saying, want to see Summer brought home. But it's been 2 months. Two months. Sally, your grandpa, how long ago was that? Different time. And it doesn't sound like your grandma and grandpa's kids were taken and beaten with a baseball bat. Just saying. Okay. Jessica Lynn, what's the difference between this channel and your other? This channel is true crime. The other one, I do just random stuff. Sometimes fun stuff, sometimes venting, whatever. Just a different, this is all true crime here. Well, the cops do know, Carol. I mean, they know all of this. This is not anything that law enforcement does not know. I can promise you that. This is nothing they have never heard. This is not new news. This is just something that I dug out and I wanted to bring to you guys because I've been sitting on it and I'm like, it bothers me. You know, it bothers me. Well, you know what I mean. We want Summer found. We want Summer found safe. We want to hear that Summer was taken and held somewhere. Yeah, YouTube has kind of become that, hasn't it? But you know what? This is becoming a place where we're getting our info. Say what you want about Chris McDonough. You all watched. Because we don't see these things in the mainstream news, do we? Mainstream news reporters have rules and guidelines that they have to follow for their network. They can't have opinions. They are reporting from a non-biased perspective. That's the difference between mainstream media and YouTube. And it's going to be raw news that you get from YouTube. Trinda, what I'm saying is YouTubers are not held to network guidelines. We have the freedom to have our own opinions. We have the freedom to have our own voice. We have the freedom to make our own footage. And it's a great thing. And you should be happy that you can tune into somewhere like YouTube and that you have the freedom to do so and form your own opinions from everything you see. The good, the bad, the ugly. You guys all want more info. That's why you watch. No, he's not in prison. But thank you guys for hearing me out, letting me get that whole story out and then explaining myself. And if you're wondering where the siblings are and all this stuff, you're going to have to rewind. Be kind and rewind. Candace is 39 years old. You mean Mom Candace? Mom Candace is 39. And today is Tuesday, or yesterday was Tuesday. I wonder if they did the prayer circle. I'll have to look into that. Every Tuesday, they've been doing a prayer circle at the church for Summer. And most of the time, Candace is there. She's there. And maybe she holds deep regret for not being in her kids' lives. Maybe she just doesn't know how to go about doing it. Maybe that's the case. And fair enough if that's the case. No, Tuesdays they're doing the prayer circle. Every Tuesday. Oh, they did do it last night. Okay. I'll get that up. I have all the prayer circles on my channel. Oh, they did it online. It rained. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not I'm just bringing you what I found out. I will upload that to my channel when we end this live here. Just give me a few. I've been putting all the prayer circles up here. So, justice for Summer. We need to find Summer. We need to find Summer. So, all of you guys, stay safe. Thanks for being respectful and hearing me out. I appreciate you. I'm glad I didn't have to put it on members only because I love hearing all of you guys. I don't want you to pay to get your opinion out here, and I just don't like derailed conversations with hate and spam and stupid comments and old mods coming in saying nasty things. Like, just go away. If you don't want any part of my channel, just go away. You don't need to make fake names and come in here. Grow up and go away. But thank you for all of those who take this stuff seriously and really want to follow true crime. I appreciate you. And again, if you are a member of my channel, I released a new video today for the early release of the true crime shorts. And if you're not, you can see that tomorrow. I'll be releasing that one tomorrow. And this one is crazy, y'all. Listen to this. Google John Tejan. This man was convicted of murdering his stepbrother back in '89. He spent 32 years in prison. His conviction was overturned in June of this year. His new trial starts August 31st. And not only that, over the weekend, he married the victim's sister. So if you're a member, you can watch my video now on that, and then we're going to follow that trial because he's getting a whole new trial. It's John Tiedgen. Check it out. Tomorrow my video will be released for everybody. If you're a member, you can go watch it right now. And then August 31st, we'll be waiting for this trial to start because now he's married to the victim's sister. And there's a video in my video of their wedding. His lawyer actually officiated the wedding. It's insane. So we got to watch. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Do you think this John is innocent of killing the guy? You got to watch this. Crazy. So we're going to have to keep tabs on this new trial. Overturned conviction, brand new trial 32 years later. The prosecution didn't turn over 80 crime scene photos to the defense back in '89 or whatever, or '87. So there's all this new evidence. It's been blown out of the water. The evidence room created a 3D rendition of how this guy killed himself. It's kind of like a suicide versus murder type thing. He was the only one in the home. John was with this Ryan, or Mick Ryan. I can't think of the kid's last name that was killed. I get confused. But John was the only one in the apartment. He says the guy killed himself. He was convicted of murder. Now it's been overturned. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So you guys be looking for that, and I will see you shortly. I'm sure of that. Never a dull moment over here. But thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I will see you soon. Stay safe and be kind.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all